So making yourself comfortable on your mat, just settling in by taking a nice, big, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, settling your back body onto your mat, letting go of holding or gripping, letting go of what came before this moment, what may come after this moment, and just settling in to the now. Just leaving any cares or concerns or worries you have outside your door in an imaginary basket, perhaps even watching yourself, unburdening yourself, almost like taking a backpack off. Just take those cares and concerns off your back, place them in that basket. See yourself walking a little bit lighter, watching yourself walk to your mat, seeing yourself laying down on your mat. Once you arrive again, take another deep breath in through your nose, a nice long exhale through your mouth, releasing, relaxing, feeling unburdened, and just being in this present moment, and beginning to turn to your breath, watching the gentle rise and fall of your chest and belly, feeling the cool air on the inhalation. See where the inhalation changes to an exhalation, and see that warm air on the exhale. Feel the warm air on the exhale. And just be with the breath for a little bit. If you notice your mind starts to wander and thoughts begin to come into your mind, just notice them, acknowledge them, allow the thoughts to float by on clouds, and return again to your breath. So our focus today is going to be on gratitude, since Thanksgiving is coming along, and it'll help us to kind of bring to mind at least one thing we're thankful for, even one thing. No need to, try to think of a million different things. Just one thing, bring to mind. And you might consider dedicating your practice to that one thing, whether it be your health, your family, your friends, whatever it may be that you choose to focus on today. And with that, we'll gently float our arms up over our heads and bring a gentle stretch to the body as we notice how our body is feeling today. So just gently scan from the top of your head down to your feet As we begin, just notice areas of tension or tightness, gripping or holding, or maybe areas feel loose and relaxed. And just notice. And at the end of our practice, we'll notice again. So just bring a nice stretch to your body now. Just stretch out through your fingertips and all the way down your body, out through your toes. And bring to mind that thing that you're thankful for. See if you can paint a mental picture of whatever it is, that one thing that you're very thankful for. And then walk your heels over to the left side. Lift your head and shoulders. Bring them to the left side. If you'd like, you can cross your right ankle on top of your left and clasp your right wrist with your left hand. And just draw it over towards the left. Close your eyes. Relax any gripping you might be doing. Breathe into that right side body where you've created space. Notice if your forehead is crinkled or wrinkled and allow it to smooth and soften. Notice if your jaw is clenched. Allow it to be soft, relaxed. Perhaps even parting your lips a bit. Take a nice big deep breath into the right side body. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. As you release, relax, be soft. And then uncrossing your ankles and bringing them back to center. Bringing your head and shoulders back to center. And then walk the heels over towards the right. Lift the head and shoulders up and bring them over towards the right. Cross that left ankle on top of the right. Clasp the left hand with the right hand, or the left wrist with the right hand, and just breathe into that space that you've opened on the left side body. So take a nice deep breath, bringing fresh oxygen into the lungs, and then take a nice long exhale as you sink, relax, release. And then uncross the ankles, bring them back to center. Lift the head and shoulders back to center. Float the arms down by your sides. Bend your knees. Place the soles of your feet on the mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And make some small circles on the ceiling with your knees, massaging your back, your lower back. Reverse direction, massaging your lower back. Keep your breath flowing. So notice sometimes we tend to hold our breath. And then bring your knees to stillness. And we'll do some air bicycles here just to warm our bodies up a little bit. So we'll just begin to pedal our feet and move our hands in a circular kind of bicycle motion. And engage your core, so bring your belly button in and up. And just ride your bicycle, perhaps picturing a beautiful scene, riding along the beach, along the ocean, or out in the country, on a country road, or wherever you'd like to be riding right now. Bring a smile to your face, thanking yourself for making the time to be present. And then releasing your feet back to the mat. We'll take our feet as wide as our mat, so left foot at the left edge, right foot at the right edge, and we'll just begin to windshield wiper the knees from side to side, using our breath. So inhaling the knees to center and exhaling them down towards the earth. And then the next time your knees come to the center, just bringing them to stillness. We'll cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh, and we'll lift the head and shoulders up, engaging the core. Lift the right foot up and clasp behind the right thigh. And just draw that right thigh in on your exhales. Relax your shoulders. Relax your facial muscles in your jaw. And try to have the thigh do some of the work so that you're not tugging the thigh towards you. You're allowing that big muscle in the right thigh to come towards you as we open up the left hip. And you can bring your head and shoulders down if at any point they become fatigued. Just feel the opening in that left hip. Nice stretch. Release the right foot back to the mat. Release the head and shoulders back to the mat. Uncross the ankle. Take the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And we'll do the same thing on this side. So lifting head and shoulders up, lifting the left foot off the mat, clasping behind the left thigh, and just draw that left thigh in towards you. Remember to use your breath. So on your exhale, draw the knee in, allowing that left thigh to do most of the work so that we're not tugging. Resting your head back at any time. And then release the head and shoulders back down. Take that left foot to the mat. Bring the knees into the air. Placing your hands on your kneecaps, make some medium-sized circles, massaging the mid-back this time. Keep the breath flowing. Reverse your direction at some point. And placing your soles of your feet on the mat, we'll cross that right thigh on top of the left. We'll shift the hips to the right and allow the knees to fall to the left. If your neck allows, look away from your knees and just allow yourself to completely release and relax by using your breath, bringing your breath to any area of tightness and allowing the muscles to release. take a couple of nice deep rounds of breath, maybe 2 rounds of nice deep breath. And on your next inhalation, bring your knees back up to center and uncross them. And then take the left thigh, stack it on the right thigh. Shift your hips to the left an inch and allow your knees to drop to the right as you look away from the knees. And just bring your breath to any area that might feel tight and allow the body to release. Noticing if you're gripping any place or holding, and just allow the entire body to soften and be supported by the mat, by the earth. And take a couple of rounds of nice deep breath here. Inhale your knees up to center, uncross them, send your legs out long, float your arms up overhead again, and stretch out through your fingertips and down through your toes. Keeping the breath flowing. And as you're ready, bend at the knees and rock yourself up to seated, or turn to your side and push yourself up to seated. You can pause and boat if you'd like. And then come to Sukhasana, or if you'd like to try half locust. So our legs are bent, and we can just take one foot and see if you can place it in the crook of the opposite knee. You might be surprised, as I was, that we've become a little bit more flexible. So just take a nice deep breath in your seated position. And we'll just place our hands on our kneecaps, perhaps crossing the left over the right. And we'll just rock forward as we inhale, gazing up for cow, and then rock back on the exhale. Bring your chin to your chest for cat. And we'll just continue with this rocking motion, using our breath, inhaling forward and exhaling back. And then bring yourself to stillness. And if you tried this locust, half locust, you can reverse the cross of your feet. And you can also, if you're sitting in Sukhasana, reverse your position, change the position of your legs. So we'll bring our hands to our shoulders, sitting up nice and tall, and we'll squeeze our elbows together and then bring our shoulders back and squeeze our shoulder blades together. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, together, and exhale, squeeze. One more time. Inhale together, and exhale to squeeze. And then release. We'll bring our chin to our chest and just begin to make some nice circles with our head and neck, mindful of how our neck is feeling. And at some point, reversing your direction. And as you come to center, you might consider dropping your ear towards your shoulder and inhale up. Drop the other ear to the other shoulder. Come to center, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist and look over your back shoulder. And only go as far as is comfortable. Come back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, look out over the other shoulder. Come back to center and begin to make some nice loose shoulder circles with your shoulders. First go up and back, and then reverse direction. Come forward. Bring yourself to stillness, and we'll come to a seated twist. So we'll bring our knees together, and then we'll send them off to the left. And I will adjust my camera a little, but you guys know this. So our knees are off to the left, and then we'll slide this top knee back and cradle the right knee with the left instep, and then sit up nice and tall, like I was sitting sideways like this. So bring yourself to a nice, tall, straight spine, and inhale your arms up and really stretch through your fingertips as you look towards the sky, and exhale and twist towards that front knee as you bring your hands down. Sit up nice and tall, gazing over towards the left, and then inhale back to center. Gaze up at those fingertips and twist towards the right, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale to center, gaze up at the sky. Exhale, twist left. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist right. Bring your hands back to center. And then we'll take our knees to the middle in front of us and bring them to the other side. Sit up nice and tall. Slide that top knee back so that that knee is cradled by the right instep. Bring yourself right to center so you're sitting up nice and tall. Inhale your arms up, gazing up, really stretching, lengthening the sides of your rib cage. And we're going to twist towards the right, towards that front knee. As we bring our hands down, inhale to center, twist left as you bring your hands down. Inhale back to center, twist right. Inhale back to center, twist left. And then bring yourself, your torso to center. We'll take our soles of our feet together and we'll interlace our fingers and place them on top of our toes and sit up nice and tall tall, straight spine. And just feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Feel how strong and straight your back is. Take a big breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs. Exhale, nice long exhale as you relax your shoulders. Do that one more time. Inhale through your nose. Nice big inhalation. Exhale through your mouth as you relax your shoulders and your neck. Take your hands to the outside of your knees. Close your knees like a book. And then we're going to come to table. So move gracefully to table. You can have a blanket under your knees if you'd like, or even under your hands. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Make sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath your hip points. We'll inhale, and as we exhale, we'll send our right hip out towards the right and look back at that hip. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, send the left hip out, look back at the hip. Come back to center. Send the right hip out, look back. Come back to center, left hip, look back. Bring yourself to stillness and table, and we'll come to a flowing cat. So we'll drop our belly as we look forward, sending our heart center forward. And then we'll push into the mat and round our back, our chin to our chest, pushing back, sitting on our heels. Feel the stretch from the fingertips down the rib cage, each side of the rib cage. Drop the elbows. Come forward as you inhale. Gazing up, gazing forward. Belly towards the mat. Round your back. Push the floor away. Push down so that you're sitting on your heels. Feel that nice stretch. Elbows down. Come forward as you inhale. Round the back. Push back to your heels. Drop the elbows. Coming forward. Round the back. Push the floor away. And this time we'll stay back on our heels, resting our forehead down on the mat. Push yourself back up to table, and we'll come into thread the needle. So we're going to inhale the right arm up towards the sky. If you can look up towards the thumb, that would be lovely. Bring the hand back down to the mat. Inhale that right arm up towards the sky again as you look up. Exhale down. And this third time, we'll inhale the arm up towards the sky, and then we'll thread the needle on the way down. So inhale up, gazing up, and then sweep the hand under the left arm with the palm facing up as you rest your right cheek or side of your face on the mat. Feel the stretch in the back of your shoulders. You might consider walking that left hand up overhead for a deeper stretch. And then walking that left hand so that the palm meets the right palm. Bring the left hand beside your face as you push yourself back up and out of the pose. Spread your fingers nice and wide again on the mat and table, and we'll inhale the left hand up towards the sky. Exhale down. Inhale the left hand up to the sky as we gaze up at it. Exhale down. Third time, we'll thread the needle. Inhale up, and then sweep that left hand down underneath the right, the palm facing up. Bring your side of your face onto the mat. And if you did so on the other side, consider walking your right hand up over your head for a bit of a deeper stretch. And then walk that right hand so that the palm meets the left palm. And take that right hand next to your face, pushing into the mat to come out of thread the needle. With fingers spread wide, we'll curl our toes under and bring our hips towards the sky. Come up into down dog, settling into your heels, walking your dog if you'd like before you come to stillness. Noticing how you feel in this pose. And then we'll walk our hands towards our feet, little bend in the knees, and then roll up. We'll come to Tadasana. So rock from side to side. Feel all four corners of your feet. Padabandha, so that's lifting up through the instep, lifting up through the kneecaps and the thighs, engaging the core, lifting up through the shoulders, back, release the shoulders so they're nice and relaxed, palms facing forward and chin parallel to the earth. Imagine someone with a string, an imaginary string at the top of your head, just pulling you so that you're nice and tall. And just close your eyes. Take a big breath in here through your nose, exhaling to relax your shoulders. Feel the strength in your body. Feel the earth underneath your feet. Notice if your forehead is crinkled or soft. Allow the forehead to soften. Allow the facial muscles to be relaxed. Bring to mind that thing that you intended to be thankful for today. Just bring it to your mind, perhaps an image. Bring a smile to your lips. Flutter your eyes open. And we're going to come to warrior 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to turn so that the left foot is forward. The back foot will send back. And so that back foot is facing, could be 45-degree angle or more towards the front of the mat. And we're not on a tight rope here. So make sure that you have a nice firm base so that you're not, wobbly. And we'll inhale our arms up nice and straight, elbow creases near the ears, and exhale and bend the front knee. So we're pressing into the big toe mound of the front foot and the back heel of the back foot for warrior 1. Tailbone towards the earth. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. You can spread your fingers wide, keeping your knee right over your ankle. We'll cross our hands in front of our chest. We'll turn our torso towards the long end of the mat, keeping that front foot where it is, but the back foot will come parallel to the back of the mat. Exhale as you extend your arms. Keep that bend in the front knee, so bend a little bit more there. Gaze out over that middle front finger. Extend the front fingers away from the back fingertips. Feel nice and strong here in warrior. Arms are parallel. So even look out over your front fingertips, turn and look out over your back fingertips and adjust as needed. Sometimes we're like this, sometimes we're like that. And then float the arms down, bring the feet parallel. We'll heel toe the feet once or twice for a shorter stance, and we're going to come to warrior 3 now. So we're going to point the left toes towards the short end of the mat, and the back feet can be, the back foot can be at a 45-degree angle or pointing towards, more towards the front. So what we're going to do is get the shoulders and arms comfortable. And we're going, it's almost like an airplane. So our torso and our hips are facing the short end of the mat. And we're just going to gradually come towards that front foot. Bring the weight of the body on the front foot, and you can have a little bend in that front leg. And as you're ready, bring the back foot off the mat as you bring the torso down parallel to the earth. And just do the best you can here. And when you're ready to come down, just come down slowly, gently. Just a little bit of a balance. Okay, like I always say, yay for the balance. Good for you, for any amount you can do. And if you can stay longer, you know, I don't know, I felt not too balancy today, so I didn't stay up very long, but just do the best you can and be proud. Okay, so we'll take the right foot so that the toes are pointing towards the short end of the mat, the back foot, either 45-degree angles or more or less pointing towards the short end of the mat. We'll come into warrior 1 here. So inhale your arms up, elbow creases near your ears, exhale and bend the front knee. Press into the big toe mound of the front foot, the back heel of the back foot. Send your tailbone towards the earth. You can even tuck the tailbone a little bit. Spread the fingers wide. Feel the strength in your body. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Cross your arms in front of your chest. Turn your torso towards the long end of the mat. Back foot will come parallel to the short end of the mat. Front foot stays the same. Exhale, bring your arms parallel to the earth as you bend into that front knee, gazing out over your middle front finger. Shoulders relaxed. Tuck the tailbone a little bit. Feel the strength in the pose. Keep the breath flowing. Float the arms down, straighten the front leg. Turn the feet so that they're parallel. We'll just heel toe, a couple heel toes for a shorter stance. And then we're going to face the short end of our mat. And again, we'll bring the weight of our body towards the front foot. Arms are kind of in an airplane. And once you feel the ground beneath your feet, that right foot, you can lift the back foot slightly and come off as you rotate your torso so that it comes parallel to the earth as best you can. Keep the breath flowing. And then slowly rotate down to release. Any bit of balance is awesome. Okay, bring yourself back to Tadasana. Inhale your arms up, gazing up at your fingertips. Interlace the fingertips and make your hands in like a steeple as you exhale towards the right. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Inhale to center. Undo your hands and turn your palms away from each other as you float forward. Bend in the knees a little bit. Press the front of your calves as you come up for a half forward fold. Exhale down. Hold on to your elbows and gently sway from side to side. Bring yourself to stillness. Place your hands down on the mat. And we'll come down onto our belly for just one Sphinx pose here. So frame your face with your hands. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Bring your elbows in towards your rib cage. Press into the tops of your feet, into your pubic bone, and inhale and bring the shoulders, chest, and chin off the earth. Notice where your shoulders are, so shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale down and release. Again, lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And we're just gazing slightly in front of our mat here. So keeping a nice long spine from the top of our head down to the tailbone. Exhale down. And gently make your way to Shavasana. Making yourself completely comfortable. So if you have a blanket or anything, a sweatshirt, socks, anything you'd like to do to make yourself comfortable. And once you arrive in Shavasana, take a nice big deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, settling in, allowing the earth to support you. Bring to mind the intention you had for your practice, whatever you were thankful for. Just bring that to your mind, perhaps a visual picture, if there is one, and bring a smile to your lips. And then thank yourself for making the time to practice together. And turn to your breath. Just watch the gentle rise and fall of the chest and belly. And on each exhale, sink a little deeper. I'm going to ring my bowl. And I invite you to stay just as you are in Shavasana, but perhaps bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra, bringing your thumbs to that third eye. May you think thankful thoughts. Bring your thumbs to your lips. May you say thankful words. Bring your thumbs to your heart center. May you feel thankfulness and love in your heart as you move throughout the rest of your day. Namaste.